Today I'm going to introduce you to the new Create Faucet tool, the first tool of the new KitchCreator toolbar. This toolbar is going to be distributed with the KitchCreator toolbar where we work on finishing some of the other tools. The first thing we're going to do is change to a floor plan view. This is going to allow us to place the faucet once we create it. So now let's go up and click the Create Faucet button. Here is our Create Faucet form. On the left side over here is our 3D preview, and on the right side are all of our different features. The 3D preview is native Revit, so it's just like Revit. You can zoom in with the mouse wheel, you can orbit by holding shift and clicking the mouse wheel button, and what you see is what you get. So what you see over here is what's going to be created when you press the create button. The first feature up here, or first setting up here, is the mounting height. This is going to be translated over to the FCSI parameters for hot water connection height or cold water connection height, depending on the water that you choose, and will also become the offset of the faucet. Next, we're going to select our water size. We're going to leave it at 1/2 inch. And then here is our water types. So when you select just one water type, you'll see the form over here, the 3D preview, changes to a single water faucet. And so since we have wall or splash selected, this is our single wall mount faucet. And if we change to the deck, this is our single deck mount faucet. So we're going to go up and change or add to the other water type, and now it's going to change to a single hole faucet with 2 waters and one hole. So next, let's keep going down the form. We'll try out the different widths. Here's a 4-inch width. This is going to change to a minimalist faucet, which is more like a standard faucet. 8-inch is very similar, just stretched out, same style. And then we'll keep going. The finish is something that's kind of hard to see over here in the 3D preview, but it'll be translated over to the family that gets created. The body style, we already saw single hole. This is the minimalist body style, and here's the workboard style. And again, you can come up and you could change this to 4-inch, and you could just shrink this down to a 4-inch wide workboard faucet. So let's keep going. Here are the handles. You got wrist handles or lever handles. And now we're at the spout styles. So there's 6 spout styles. This is the swing spout. Here's the pre-rinse, service sink or mop sink faucet, double jointed. Here's a riser swing with just a riser and a swing spout, and then a gooseneck. So let's change the height here. And when you type something in down here, you got to get it to reload. So we're working on that. We're going to just click gooseneck again, and it'll reload. You can just click any other option and it'll reload. So let's come and let's try out pre-rinse. And so you can go down here and you have some spout options. So we can change from swivel to rigid. We can add a wall bracket and an add-on faucet for the pre-rinse. And for the nipples and elbows, let's come up here and we'll change to a wall or splash mount faucet. As you can see, you can bounce back and forth through the form. You don't have to do it in order. Now that we have a wall mount selected, we can try out the nipples and elbows. And you can see these are just the installation nipples and elbows that come out the back of the faucet where it would be mounted. And last but not least is the aerator. And so let's change to another faucet where we can have an aerator. And there you go. So at the bottom here is our model number. And this is going to be the family name, the file name. And as you can see, all of these letters correspond to some of these options that were selected. So as I come and change some of these options, you can see these letters will change accordingly. And the idea is just to create a unique name for each faucet that gets created. But these are kind of long, and if you don't want to use these model numbers, you can change it to whatever you want. So I'll just click this button, and we'll just type in faucet gooseneck. And now let's create this faucet. So we're just going to press create and just give it about 15 seconds. Alright, so we just created this faucet, and you can see here, it's at the end of my mouse here. And that's again because we were in a floor plan view, or you could be in a 3D view. And if you're not in a view that you can actually place the faucet, it'll get created still, and it'll just get placed down here in the project browser under specialty equipment. So let's click to place our faucet. And now let's pop over to 3D and take a look at it. And here you go, this is the faucet that we just created. And now let's edit the faucet and take a look at the parameters. The goal of these tools is to create very, very small families, small family size. We didn't want to put anything in here that wasn't needed. And so we just have the finish, and then we have some parameters for the water type. Since we had a hot and cold water faucet, we're going to get some hot water parameters and some cold water parameters in here. And the connection height here is that mounting height that just gets transferred over, and the rough end height is just default at 1 foot. The water flows when you have an aerator, it changes to 2.2. And the water temperature for hot water is just defaulted at 140. So that is the Create Faucet tool.